Here we go. Unusual list for me. It's the #1 game on Board Game Geek. Has been, I think, for 4 years now. Twilight Struggle from the brilliant GMT Games. Designed by Ananda Gupta and Jason Matthews. And of course, published by GMT. Make fantastic games. This is from Board Game Guru in the UK, Paul Lister. Very good place to get games from. And this is Twilight Struggle, the Deluxe Edition. So let's have a look. Now, quite a few times over the years, I've been tempted to get this, but predominantly, most of our games play more than 2 players. In fact, the majority in the collection. And we buy board games for the group around the table to be highly interactive and whatnot. But there is a place for 2-player games in our collection. There is a few of them we have. Either for me to play with the eldest lad Charlie, or me and Donna to play. You quite like the idea of some war games, don't you?
Yeah.
And also the father-in-law, without a doubt. So I thought, I've nearly bit the bullet a few times, and I thought, you know what, it's time to get Twilight Struggle. I know there's a special edition from the Kickstarter coming out, but this will do us. This is the Deluxe Edition with mounted board. The first edition came out with just one of the GMT maps. I think people used to put perspex over, a bit like Combat Commander and stuff. It's ranked board game #1 in the world on Board Game Geek, war game ranked #1, and strategy game ranked #1. It's a home run. It's all free. It's 8.34 out of 10. Hugely huge rank. Let's say it plays 2 players in approximately 180 minutes, and its action point allowance system, area control, area influence, campaign, battle card driven, dice rolling, hand management, simultaneous action selection. And apparently it's quite easy to learn. Obviously hard to master, quite easy to learn. And of course it's the Cold War. Yeah. The Deluxe Edition, it has a mounted map and revised graphics, 2 double thick counter sheets, so they're twice the thickness of the original. 110 card deck as opposed to 103 from the original, so 7 extra cards. Revised rules and player aid cards, revised at startup, and text change for card number 98, Aldrich Ames. Now, when I got into board gaming, I've liked and played board games all my life, but when I really got into these designer board gaming, Puerto Rico, I think, was #1, and then that got toppled by Agricola, and then Twilight Struggle toppled that. So it's been there, as far as I'm aware, for 4 years, and doesn't look like it's going to be toppled anytime soon. So let's have a look. Same size box as same size box, I had a bit of a brain freeze there, as Close Encounters. So it's the more or less the same size as Combat Commander, Thunder Rally, Dominant Species, and Insurgency in Vietnam. So for box comparison, it is actually slightly longer than Fire in the Lake, but obviously on the thickness we're about 2/3, so a lot slimmer. That's a box comparison. We've got the lovely glossy GMT, very strong sturdy boxes. So let's go into this Deluxe Edition. Straight away we have rule book. The Cold War, 1945 to 1989. And most GMT rule books are very well laid out. One of the best rule books ever written was for Dominant Species. For such a complex game, that is just a joy to read and play. There you go, this is the rule book. Goes on to card effects here. And the designer's notes, the long Twilight Struggle. There we go. Designer optional rules here. Realignment rolls and the space race. We've got some game credits. There's going to be some more promo cards, I think, and stuff coming out for this. What if scenario, I think, and things. So here we have the card list. It's quite nice. And on the back of these player aids, we have alignment rolls, placing influence markers, and the setup and what have you. So a couple of cheat sheets there, really nice, good quality as well. Then we have these double thick counter boards. There you go, very nice and thick, totally centralised, 2009 GMT games. Counter art by Mark Simonich on both of those. And you've got sheet 1, sheet 2. We've got the front and then we've got the rears of them there. Good counters. Let's push out a Russian one. Let's see. Comes out nice and cleanly. There we go. And so that's the counter sheets. The GMT boards are brilliant, aren't they? So I think we should open that up now. Let's put the box cover there. Will it stand up? Yes. And let's open up the GMT. Always enjoy the GMT boards. They're a fantastic size. This looks an equal size to Dominant Species. Really nice, vibrant artwork. Now they always need that backward push on the seams so they lay flat. And after a couple of times playing, you normally get them to lie extremely flat.
Go.
There we go, flat as a die. We knocked the stuff off there, right? Absolutely laying lovely and flat. And how vibrant it is. I'm surprised at just how vibrant the colours are with the red, deep red for Russia and stuff. A lot of stuff going on the board. There we go. Nice box insert. Your Twilight Struggle. So we've got our standard size GMT cards, always great quality. A red and blue die, and a lot of baggies. So there we go. With them. So dice are dice, aren't they? So let's have a look. It's got the pips and grey, perfectly functional. Actually, quite nice dice, matte dice to match the matte board, I guess. So let's see if I can get into these cards. I'm going to have to use the little alpha knife. There we go. The Cold War 45 to 89 and the nice GMT logo there. So it's the back. Muslim Revolution. We're just going to quickly go through these. Some nice historical artwork on these. Of course, we've even got Thatcher there, the Iron Lady. Certainly wasn't my cup of tea. Reagan bombs Libya. And Star Wars. North Sea oil I've seen there. So there's a lot of historical events here. There we go. That's one deck. Of course, it's totally card driven. Very little randomisation, just a little bit by the dice. Not much at all. Lovely, love the card backs. Great photographs there. So I do really like these. They're always like kind of quite a wide, nice, strong card. The GMT card decks. Good quality. There we go. Finally, after many years, I bit the bullet. Quite apt, I suppose. Bit the bullet and actually purchased the #1 game in the world. That's rated the #1 game in the world. And Eric's been on the move a lot today. He's parked himself underneath the table, and he'd probably survive a nuclear war. He would, getting into his shell. But there we go. That's Twilight Struggle GMT Games Deluxe Edition. Thanks for watching.